Hey, welcome back to the channel. On today's adventure, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just replace some bars we bent. I was farting around out in the ice, super slippery, you know, kind of drifting back and forth, being a knucklehead, and started to drift around, and the sled caught. I rolled the sled and it bent in the handlebars like a knucklehead. I did not mean to do that on purpose. Holy smokes, that was dumb. I freaking bent my handlebar. I'm an idiot. So, bent the handlebars, and then my wife had an incident. She was going on the trail, hit something in the trail. She rolled it and did some other damage too. So we're basically replacing the bars, replacing the hand warmer element in here. That stopped working, put new grips on there, and then replacing the bar risers. So here, I'll show you some of the damage that happened. So the bars are bent down, scratched up somehow we scratched up the kill switch, scratched up the bar risers. Did all sorts of wacky things to it, but hopefully we can get it back in good order. Here, I'll show you the parts that we're going to throw on there. So we got the Kesterke bars. We got the new risers, 5-inch. Got the grips, and got the new heating element, hand warmer. So first step is we're going to get the grips off. So the grips, remove the grips seem to be pretty easy. Just take an air compressor, you know, with the little nozzle on there. All right. And then you're going to take and stick it in the end of the bar, and the grip should come off. So these had holes in them. So I just took some duct tape, sealed off the hole. There was a little rip in the grip. I just taped that over. And so then when I had, see the hole in there? Just stick your nozzle in there like that. Like this right here, right? And then expand the grip, explode it, and then it should pull right off. So that's the first step in removing them. And then now there's some tape on here. Just holding everything in place. I'm going to remove the tape, remove the heating element, and the cork that's in there. So the cork. So from what I understand, did some reading online. The cork actually provides some insulation so that when the hand warmer warms up, the heat goes out towards your hand, not inside the bar, right? So it's kind of like insulation in your house or siding in your house. It's keeping the heat in. Well, the cork actually does the same thing. It forces the heat towards your hand. So on the Cheetah kit, the Cheetah hand warmer, supposedly we don't need to use the cork. It's got like this lithium rubber component in there with some sticky that's gonna force the heat out towards your hand, so you don't have to reuse the cork. So that way we can just wrap these on the grip. Wrap these on the handlebars, and then just slide the grip on. We don't have to wrestle with the cork at all. So next step, get back over there. Going to take the tape and the existing hand warmer and cork off. So you may be asking, why the heck is he taking the cork and the hand warmer off of the bent bars when you're placing the bars all together? That's a great question. The reason why I wanted to do that is to see how hard it was to take the cork off. So in theory, let's say we're just going to throw new bars on it. Is it possible, or do we have to buy new hand warmers or cork or anything like that? But it looks like you don't. If you just take like a heat gun, as you can see in that time lapse, you know, just take your time, pick at it real soft, slowly and soft, warm it up, get it gushy. You can get the cork and such off of the bar, so that you can reuse it to put just new bars on it. So as you can see, that's what the cork looks like. I was able to get it off the bar. The hand warmer is kind of stuck right to the cork, but looks like you could reuse it though. So next step is we're gonna get these bars unbolted and get this wire reran, get this wire out of here, get the side panel off so that we can get to where it plugs in. So right now we're gonna take the hood off so that we can get to these wires for the hand warmers. So take your hood off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 there. And there's obviously 2 on this side. And then you're gonna have to loosen up your intake clamp there. And that should bring it off. Yeah, so once you get this hood off, yeah, there's 2 more here. 1, 2, and then just unplug your components there. Headlight, the main, I think that's for the air box there. Those, and then you should be good to go. And then it should just slide off the front to remove the hood. Just pulled off the kill switch. The kill switch bolt is a Torx T20. So that just kind of comes apart like that. Spreads open, pops out. On the throttle, there's just this little stopper and one nut here. I think that was a 4mm, but I just back that off and then I just slide it off the end there to get off the bars. The brake lever and the perch, that's a 8mm. That's pretty easy. You just take both those bolts off and that should spread right open. The shot button, that is same thing, T20, Torx head there. Just pop those 2 out. That thing will come right apart. So, got the new bar risers and the bars on, and kind of got everything mocked up. I don't have everything cinched down, so I figured once I get it all together, then I'll adjust to make sure that's in a good position and cinch everything down. But so it's pretty straightforward. If you put bars on anything, it's the same process. Dirt bikes, bicycles, same thing. The only thing I would say, no, if you're trying to get to these bolts here, just turn the handlebars right and left, and then you can get to the back side of them. Otherwise, it's not, you know, rocket science to assemble this. Obviously, the position is going to be your comfort level, whatever you think's cool, feels good. But so on this next step, what we got to do is, here's our new hand warmer, right? So you got your cable. And then on the end there, you can see are just your electrical connections. So what you got to do, according to a few resources online, is we've got to pull this apart and insert those in there, replace those. Here's the old one. There's the old one. It's all broken and everything. So first thing we'll do is, I guess, use a little screwdriver. Hopefully you can see it. We're going to wiggle it down in there and try to pop that off there. So hopefully this works. You know, they say it's easy online, but we all know how that goes. So here we go. So taking this apart, trying to get these cables out of here, or these wires out of here. So I got to pull this piece out so I can put the new ones in. If anybody knows if there's like a tool or an easier way to do this, I feel like I'm just damaging it by using screwdrivers. So please comment below. Help us out. These things drive me nuts. I feel like I'm always beating them up, making them worse, weakening them, you know. I got one out. This is a rubber seal in here. You can see it. It's a little red thing. Yeah, you can see. There you go. The rubber seal. That comes out. We're going to try not to screw this up and mix up the wires. That would suck. Get your rubber seal out of the way. Slide that back. Oh, just lift up right up on that tab. So I just pulled right up like that. And came right off there. Pretty easy. Alright, so to get these in and out of this connector, there's a little tiny tab right here. I don't know if you can see it. So on that little tiny tab, you can see it. If you just spin this connector, when you're going in and out of the connector housing, if you will, then you can take it in and out without having to cut it. And same for this side too. Like, as you can see, they're all going one direction. Like they're all kind of like these ones, like I would call it pointing down. These ones are pointing up. They only go in one way, so you just got to rotate the cable, you know, right and left or 180 degrees to get them to lock into the right spot. It seems to be like it only goes in one way or locks in one way, so hopefully you can't screw that up. But yeah, if you're trying to figure that out, that's what I've discovered so far. So putting the wires in that connector wasn't so bad. Hopefully it works. There's no what I say, positive, negative, or anything like that. So I just put them in there, you know, where the other ones were, the old ones were. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. But I just got the wire ran up through. So you just got to tuck it inside here. I mean, it has its own wrap on it, but there's plenty of room in here. So I just doubled it up with the shot. So I got that all wrapped in there. Got it wrapped around the bar here. That's kind of what it looks like. It did overlap because I think these are the smaller diameter bar. So I think these are kind of universal and will go on a larger diameter bar. But they do overlap a little bit here. You can see it on the bottom. So I'm just going to wrap some electrical tape around there. Also make sure you wrap electrical tape around here. Cap this off so that way it's easy to put your bars or your grips on and off with air, so that air doesn't just blow through out the other side. So I'm gonna again put some electric tape on there, hold that in place. Oh, one other thing to note, from what I read online, you don't have to use the cork. This is actually, this hand warmer is, it's got some thickness to it. So it's not just a thin piece of almost like paper, if you will, or plastic. So I'm pretty sure that this has that insulating material so that the heat radiates out and you don't lose heat inside the bar. So we'll obviously test that out, make sure that's good, but got it installed. Gonna put some tape on there, cap the end with some tape, and then with some air put the grip on. And we'll cinch everything down, get all of our adjustments, controls, everything, so where I like them. So I want to give you a comparison between the Cheetah hand warmer, okay, and then the stock. So this is the Cheetah, this is stock. So as you can see that the stock, it's pretty thin, like there's like a thin, I'm sure they work just fine. I mean, we have them on the other ones. We wouldn't even be replacing it if we didn't damage them. But just like a thin plastic with a heating element in that, and then there's just a cork, if you will, that helps insulate it so that it heats your hand, not the bar. But that's what the stock looks like. And Cheetah. Cheetah's almost, it's not cork, it's almost like a rubber, silicone, something or another. But I don't know, we'll give it a shot, see how it works out. So before I put the grips on, I kind of just wanted to show you the tape job. So that way when you're shooting air, the grips go on pretty easily. So I didn't go hog wild. Just put one here, one here, one here, one here, wrapped around a little bit, and then just a little bit right here. I kind of adjusted everything to where it's supposed to be ish. Maybe adjust this more. But I like to ride with one finger on the brake, especially when you're side hilling and stuff. So I try to move that in as far as you can. On these bars, there's not much wiggle room. Like, you can't go in any further because you get into the bend of the bar. But I think that should be able to get the job done. I put the kill switch down. I've hit it with my hand before. Also tree branches, especially if you're in the tight trees, may hit it. I should do something better, but I always spin them down. Even if you like hit it with your chest or whatever, I've stalled out when I'm trying to like get up through something and get myself stuck. So there's some tips and tricks on how we set up. So going for the last step, which is going to be putting the grips on. Obviously put all the plastics and hood and stuff back on, but it wasn't too bad. So, and then ran these inside. Got to zip tie all these back together here. But again, don't forget to run it through your throttle here. Please comment below if you have any suggestions on your setups, on your controls, you know, any way to get that brake lever in. I got an aftermarket IBS adjustable, so that way, especially when Sarah's riding it, she has smaller hands, we can bring that lever right in there for her. But thanks for watching, and we'll let you know how it works out. So just took the sled for a spin, and I guess those wires don't matter, whether it be positive, negative, must be like an open circuit of some sort. So both hand warmers worked really well, got nice and hot. Super stoked because last year we didn't have those and it was a bit cold. But new bars feel great. Took it for a little test spin. Everything feels good. One last look. But highly recommended. Cheetah bars, Kesterke bars with the grips and the hand warmers. All good.